After unclassified docs were found in Dementia's old VP office, well, it turns out that some of those docs are China-Ukraine involved.
No, God!
After Biden was asked, he says, "I know nothing."
Oh, I see nothing. I was not here. I did not even get up this morning.
Well, there's a lot of things he doesn't know.
Oh, it's true.
Guaranteed, this is not one of them.
No!
I'm Jasper Gonzo, and this is What's Next. What's up, everyone? Jasper Gonzo, What's Next? Your daily dose as always. Hope you guys are doing well on this Hump Day, Wednesday. Of course, I did a video yesterday in regards to the wonderful and incredible FBI raid that just stormed the palace, that stormed the Capitol, that stormed the White House. No, that never happened. It was discovered that undisclosed and undocumentation and classified documentation was found in Dementia's old VP office in D.C. Well, of course, we were just waiting for something to happen. Whether it was nothing or was there the smoking gun? Well, it turns out the smoking gun. Looks like those documentation are China and Ukraine involved. But when Dementia was asked, he said, "I hear nothing, I see nothing, I speak nothing, I know nothing," to quote Schultz. Yeah, okay. Take a look. This comes out of Breitbart. Joe Dementia claims he was surprised by the discovery of the boxes of classified docs in an old private office. I'm sure he was. Of course, he was surprised that he wore green and gray socks. President Joe Dementia said Tuesday he was surprised by the news of the boxes of classified documents were discovered in office after leaving his vice presidency, claiming ignorance the existence of the materials. I'm sure he did. Excuse me. Quote, "I was briefed about this discovery and I was surprised to learn that there was any government records that were taken to that office," Biden said. "I just don't know how they got there." Reacting to the first time in a news press event in Mexico City, as he was checking out the wall in El Paso and what have you. But Biden suggested that Americans should not doubt his respect for classified documents. The news broke Monday the classified documentation was discovered in an old office by lawyers and reported to the National Archives. Quote, "People know I take classified documents, classified information seriously. Hence the first word, I take classified documents. Yes, I do." Biden said, detailing the documents were found in a locked closet in his old office. Gee, again, how did they get there? He also insisted that he did not know what the materials were. Even as CNN revealed on Tuesday, they included topics such as Ukraine, Iran, and the United Kingdom. Some of the discovery of the documents were labeled top secret. I'm sure that China was involved. Quote, "I don't know what's in the documents. My lawyers have suggested that I not ask what the documents were." Biden said, speaking carefully from his notes, noting that there were boxes of documentation that were turned over to the archives. Remember that there were 10 documents, supposedly? Now we're talking boxes. Oh my. The White House said the documents were discovered on November 2nd by one of Biden's lawyers and found in the president's private office downtown D.C. The office is where Biden worked as part of a paid agreement with the University of Pennsylvania Biden's Center for Diplomacy and Global Engagement. Again, we still do not know what that means. After leaving his position as vice president under former President Barry Obama. President Biden, yeah, there you go, there's a slip of the tongue, is cooperating with the Justice Department as attorney Merrick Garland has assigned an attorney to investigate the matter. At this point, Garland has not turned over the case to a special counsel, as he did with the classified records of investigation of former President Donald Trump. Yes, we're not going to go with the FBI raids as we did with Mar-a-Lago, but we're just going to walk in and say, hey, why don't you take a look at these things and just let us know what you think. Quote, "We're cooperating fully with the review, which I hope will be finished soon," Dementia said. The documents were discovered a week before the 22 midterms, of course, but of course were just released recently. But were only revealed in a report first detailed by CBS. Yeah, that's a shocker on its own that CBS actually opened their mouths about it. The incident immediately drew parallels with the investigation of former President Donald Trump for having classified documents in his possession. But difference is, he was president, Dementia was vice president, and vice president cannot have access to those files. Hello, prompting them to raid his home at Mar-a-Lago. A president has the legal authority to declassify documentation, but a vice president does not. Trump accused Biden think tank of being funded by China, calling into question whether the president was giving them classified information. How much more info has China been given? He asked on social media. My thoughts. We're going to see where this goes. Again, like I said yesterday, we're going to see what happens here. I said yesterday that either it's nothing or it's something. Well, it looks like it's something. We're talking United Kingdom, Iran, and of course, Biden's BF, Zelensky in Ukraine. Now, I can pretty much guarantee you dollars to donuts that China is involved some way, somehow, that there are documentations regarding China in this. Of course, they're not saying anything. Either they know and they're shutting their mouths, or they actually know nothing about it. Trump is basically saying, hey, guess what? Look what you did to me. But that's okay. But with him, oh, no. He's cooperating fully. There's a big difference here between, Biden's cooperation and, of course, Trump's, insistence. I took nothing, blah, 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 blah. It's all bullshit. All of it. It's all bullshit. But we're going to see where this leads. Because Garland, I guarantee you, reluctantly, as I said in yesterday's video, reluctantly assigned an attorney to this case. Whether this case goes to a grand jury or, any kind of investigation by the now controlled GOP House or the Senate, which I don't see happening because, of course, Turkey Neck McConnell. Yeah, it's a wait and see game. I'm thinking that nothing's going to come out of this, only because of the media is going to try to just brush this away as they've done with everything else, like those wonderful magical vaxes. But anyway, yeah. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Berganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more just like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it. And we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.